You guys ever get into really long sauna talks when you go into the sauna at your gym after you work out? It's kind of like this place sometimes where people are dead quiet and really just trying to chill out, but then sometimes places where people are really social and they're just ready to lay it all on the table. So it's funny how when I get into the sauna, I just don't know what I'm gonna expect. This is a place where dudes will be dudes, just talk about whatever it comes to mind. So I go into the sauna yesterday and we're talking about breathwork actually, and the power of breathwork and being in touch with it and how much it can actually bring you present and into the moment. It was actually a really powerful conversation because both individuals in there could relate to understanding the power of being in touch with the breath, especially the out breath, which activates a lot of that parasympathetic and really brings you into that really peaceful present state. So further, we talk more and more about how the ability to reflect and understand and be aware of all deeper rooted motives, or what's going on behind the scenes besides just reacting to the environment around you, and how powerful breath work has been for that. And then I got into a little bit about how got into breath work for really the past decade, and how much it's brought clarity and focus and been able to process things so well, and come to an understanding about finding out how just to live more in the moment and be less affected by the the world around me. You almost kind of CEO of your day in a sense, right? So I talked a little bit about how pairing breath work, really deep breath work in the morning with prayer and scripture is so powerful, because I look at breath work as this ability to really check in with the moment with your senses, whether it's touch, sight, smell. You really come into the moment, you feel present, it's joyous, right? But at the same time, I was like, what are we replacing and putting into that environment that is furthering me and guiding me? So it's one thing to dig into that breath work and get into a place where you're present and you feel focused, but then I'm also like, what are we putting into that environment? So that's when I was able to lean into prayer, gratitude, scripture, truth from scripture, and then you're grounded on a really good rooted place from the Creator, from God, and you're able to proceed in not only a calm and collected state, but you have then good intentions and love, and you're taken care of also behind the scenes. So that's just a powerful thing that God does there. He speaks to us a lot when we have the breaks and the moments to be intentional and allow those words to set in. So that was a huge piece of it. It was just one of making sure, hey, I'm checking in with the breath when heated situations come up or difficult, whatever it is, to kind of pay attention. Do the breaths get shallow, or do they continue to remain nice and deep and smooth? And you'll notice that your system operates completely different in all situations when you get in touch with the breath a lot more. I know today there's a lot of apps and everything too that people are using. I enjoy using the app on my phone as well sometimes, but sometimes I'm just breathing in the pure quiet, or walking, or during an activity, and getting in touch with that deep breath. Sometimes I'm putting on the frequencies that are calming and doing breath work. Sometimes it's guided meditations with specific ways to guide you through your breathing. And then that's really the extent of it. And then when you stay ahead of it and you're doing this breath work outside of moments that are just a bit more harder to kind of work through, when the tough ones do arise, you go, I'm handling this pretty well, and I'm staying pretty put together and collected, and that'll kick in just more and more. The breath work has been such a good one, and it's the best free thing that we have right in front of us. It's like, why in scripture does God talk about meditation on several accounts? He wants us to have the ability to sit still, to reflect, to check in, to stay present, and not just be caught up in whatever circumstances going around us in this world. Really brings us into the moment and allows us to kind of get in touch with really where we're supposed to be. So I want to hear about your guys' experience with meditation, what benefits has it brought you, and if you haven't tried meditation yet, I encourage you, and let's hear if you have any questions.